Here's what you should know about your local housing market in this week's Market Update. So we've got an interesting week this week with the 4th of July, Independence Day falling right on Thursday. So some people are taking a 4-day weekend, some people are back at work today. But it certainly creates an interesting dynamic for the housing market this week in our local area. But the name of the game, as I've been warning you guys about and has really personified itself this week, is inventory. Inventory. We are at a concerning low level of inventory. I hope that most of you by now have understood that these rising home prices look like they're here to stay for this foreseeable future, and the low and decreasing inventory is going to continue to exacerbate that situation. This past week we saw inventory dipping even lower. So if you are any one of these people who are sitting on the sidelines waiting for prices to come down, I have terrible news for you, but the prices do not seem to be coming down. Every deal that I've worked on or have spoken to my colleagues about this past week has seen a really strong pricing. If you're thinking of selling, this is the time, because inventory is low and it really does help put you in the driver's seat. It still is very much a seller's market. So let's get into the stats this week to see how it really played out. So this past week we saw only 5 homes come in the market. One of those was in town and 4 of those were in township. 4 of those were single family houses and 1 of those was a condo or townhouse. Average list price this past week was only $576,000. So we saw the homes coming on the market this past week at a much lower price than typical. Total inventory, here's the big number we've been looking at, and it has taken a significant hit this past week. Total inventory, total homes actively on the market in Morristown and Morris Township is currently at 34 homes. Only 34 homes actively on the market. So we are back down not only into the 30s, but we're starting to get to the mid to low 30s. Let's hope that partially this is due to the holiday week and that we see a little bit of an uptick next week. But let's keep our fingers crossed, because that number is concerningly low. Sold homes. This past week we saw 7 homes sell. Average list price of these homes was $636,000, and the average sale price of these homes was $669,000. So this past week, homes sold for an average of 7.2% above list price, and they were on the market for about 15 days. Under contract, we saw 12 homes go under contract this past week. Part of the reason for the significant decrease in active inventory, but also not surprising, because remember last Friday we saw a unusually high number of homes that were in attorney review. So this past week we saw 12 homes go under contract. Average list price of those homes was $789,000, and the median days on market for those homes was 13 days on the market. So whether you are back at work today or you are taking an extended weekend, regardless, we've got the weekend coming up, if not already here for you. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I hope you enjoyed your July 4th celebrations yesterday. And for many of you, I hope that it continues on through the rest of the weekend. So thanks for checking in, and I'll catch you guys again next week.